And gentlemen, this is basically the Game Spent back once again. This time I'm be actually doing a little bit more Trove, but as I promised before, I'm sorry basically for cutting my last video short because I was doing so much. I finally just got off of basically from doing what I was doing, like say for work or whatever the case may be, and hopefully all doing this well, of course. Now, the thing is, I was talking about showing you guys about the event and whatnot. And this is exactly how you do it. Basically, this place is called Ignis Island. And what you want to do is just get some primordial flames. And also you want to be able to get some shipstone, which is this purple stuff over here. It's not sunny D, it's just purple stuff, you know. So you want to grab as much as possible of that. You'll also want to be able to make bombs and so on and so forth. What it is just basically this event is very, very tedious, but also cheap. If you know exactly what you're doing. If you're actually grinding and stuff like that, you'll be able to go straight through and be able to actually get as much material as possible. So what you want to do is just grab some primordial flames and stuff like that to make some bombs. So what you want to do is then look at exactly how much you want to collect. Usually I get about 300 to 400 for each run. And what I'll do is just make it a little over about 1.2 to 1.4 K bombs. And I'll be able to go along and go into the higher zones because I can access U10, of course, but U8 to U10 would be the best for grinding this event. What it is just more to do with getting ores and stuff like that. Now, the thing is, if you don't have the PR and you don't have the stats, like I said, even Adventure Island, like Candoria, or anything that was got a lot of ore stacked, would be the best place for that. Now, the thing is, when it comes to having ore stacked and stuff like that, you'll be able to use this information to do this event pretty easily and be able to get information out there right quick. Because the thing is, you'll be able to go along and to see how much primordial flames do I got right now. Let me see. I got 53, so I've got another dollar I could actually make right now. So I need another $23 and I'll actually have the part of the event done. Except I don't have the last mount. The last mount will give me about 50 mastery. So I'm missing about 65 mastery for this event, which is not much. It is a bit, but it all adds up over time. Now, people be like, why in the heck are you grinding? Why in the heck are you not, like, going for the IRPR? Well, I am going for the IRPR. I'm just not focusing on world PR. I mean, the normal PR that you would get will always be there in the world. I'm looking at the events itself as a bonus. I mean, they only come once a year, and this is basically like a summer solstice event, which you can actually buy 3 packs from the market if you really wanted to get the extra oomph of mastery. And you also get an extra oomph from just doing what I'm doing right now. So you'll be able to use that and utilize that at 100%. So basically what you want to do is to get as many primordial flames as possible and look at exactly what you need to do. So what you want to do is, I'll show you exactly what you need to do for this event itself. So I've got enough of primordial flames. I got about 200 right now. I usually try to get a little bit more, but I'll show you exactly what to do. See, I've got 437 bombs right now. So I'm going to go to Adventures Crafting, and I'm going to make 61 more bombs. But you got to remember, you're making 61 times 4. So you'll see my number going up on the very bottom of your screen, and you'll see exactly what I'm doing. And the reason why I'm doing this, because once I'm actually filled with bombs, I'll be able to go to a different zone, which is more clustered. Ignis Isle is no good for getting the events out of it. It's too slow. just because it's so clustered. It's not so clustered, so you got to be able to go grind a little bit more than normal. Yes, it seems easier, but it's not. It's a lot more tedious. So don't expect to get a lot from here because it's the way this event is designed. As you notice, I got 681 bombs right now, so I'm going to be able to just keep this going for just a little bit more. I want to be able to have 1.2k bombs or higher before I actually do to move to another zone. And what that's going to do is going to give me access to about with the 1.2, it'll give me almost 1k of the tokens for this event. And what it'll do is I can keep on repeating the same process over and over without actually spending any flux. The only flux you will have to make is when you're actually transferring like the dollars or something like that, or do something else. And usually it's not that expensive. Like, I mean, with the event itself, like even with, let's say 40k flux, you're pretty much set in this event. This event is one of the cheapest events ever. If you look at exactly what you got to do, you just got to understand what to do in the event. So, like, I mean, if you don't have access to certain areas, do not worry about it. Do not fret about it, because of the fact you'll be able to actually get all your stuff pretty much for cheaper. And so far, it seems like you cannot trade these items for some odd reason. Or if you could, or if you can, there's very, very, very few items in here that you could trade. I know you could trade the recipes and sell those for the event itself. So if you're doing the recipes and selling them, just make sure you've got the rest of the mastery from the event itself. So you want to look at exactly what that is and be able to keep on doing with that. So what further ado, like I said, when it comes to that, you want to keep on repeating the same process until you get enough supplies. Supplies is a great, a big, huge plus. Now, it seems like I'm wasting my time here, but I'm not. Because what's going to happen is, once I'm done here, I'll have the items that I'm going to need for this event. So it's a little bit more tedious event than what you normally would have to do, like with the other events in the past. So what they did with this event, they made it very grindy, and I mean really grindy, to a point where you've got to do double grinding. So what it is, when you actually switch from this area to a different area, basically this area will give you like not the DPs on. It will not give you too many of them. It is designed that way. It's more designed to give you bombs and stuff like that. But once you get like into Candoria and more clustered, see, there's not enough stuff here to keep going. There's no way doing it, because you got only small clusters of items. But if you go into Candoria, or like I said, U8, U10, you'll find that it's clustered more, and you'll get a lot more of this Pizon. And when you get to that level itself, you'll get a lot more for every hour. Like if you're basically grinding for an hour, I could actually get almost to 1,000 Pizon for that 1 hour, just for using bombs and using a U10. Now, when it comes to, like, say, Candoria, you can get almost pretty much the same. It's just made for the lower levels. So you can still get that stuff that is basically grindable, and be able to keep going with that. So don't fret about this event, because of the fact that this is a very easy event, but they did split this event up just because of that reason. So you want to be able to get as much stuff as possible for this event itself, and you want to push in as much as possible. So if you're looking for, like I said, later on, I'm not sure, like I said, what's going to be required, because I never hop on PC yet, but what's required for the new character and stuff like that. I know they do have it released already, and I know they got some of the updates already. Because I do play on PC as well to keep people up to date. But like I said, I'm just waiting for it to drop. I want to be surprised this time with this new update because of the fact that I am waiting for that. Like, I mean, normally I'll go along up on PC. I'll be able to go along and look at the new character and say, hey, you need this, and this. But this time I'm just basically waiting. We only got a few more weeks for that character to be released, which is great. Basically, what the Summer Solstice event, which is basically this is the most mastery you're going to make per year. Now, you're going to be able to make mastery throughout the year, don't get me wrong, and you'll be able to get more mastery from the maps and stuff like that as each update comes out and everything else. And Tuesday, if you do have like chaos chests and stuff, do not use them until Tuesday. Reason being is you got a way of getting a free mount and to be able to utilize those 100%. A lot of people use them way beforehand and hopefully be able to get. But in most cases, you will only get Chaos Chest. Every third Tuesday, you will get Chaos Cores, or you get a Chaos Chest for getting your, not Chaos Chest, but Chaos Core Chest. You'll get them for just every third Tuesday, and you'll be able to use that itself for open up other mounts. So basically what you want to do is for every Tuesday, save up so you can actually craft those mounts and stuff for cheaper. People don't realize that either when it comes to it, but you'll get a better chance of getting those because I'm after getting like 2 sets in one Tuesday. So, like, I mean, people will be like, what is that? Well, when you actually open up these guys, and I'll show you exactly what they are. Basically, they are Chaos Core boxes. Give me a second here. I'll show you exactly what they look like. So you don't be opening them up until Tuesday. But this is what it looks like, the Chaos Chest. And you want to be able to open them up until you actually get the mount. And sometimes you'll get it beforehand or whatever, or after you get your, basically your camera bear. Your camera bear will basically give you a better chance of getting it. But I'm after getting mounts, and it'll actually help save you on flux as well. So you basically want to do it that way, so you'll be able to utilize that as much as you can, so you're not wasting like your flux on just mounts. Now, if you do have to use flux and you use the market and stuff like that, and you had to use the chaos course to catch up in mastery, that is fine and dandy. But I wouldn't recommend this unless you've got a lot of flux, because the thing is, in most cases, some of these mounts are like 30 to 40k a pop, and it does get a bit expensive. So what you would want to do is utilize that before you actually even think about doing that, and basically you'll see what I'm talking about. If you do play Trove itself and be able to get everything rolling every Tuesday, you'll be able to benefit from that itself. So you want to be able to look at exactly what it is and what you can actually do. So you want to save as much as possible for those days. So the thing is, when it comes to getting everything else, you want to be able to, like I said, for the regular mounts and stuff like that, you want to do some farming. Farming just takes time. That's every single day. You can make your own personal farm, or you can just go along to the clubs that still do farm. There's less of them nowadays because of the fact that so many people got everything in the game. So what happens is it's those people that were doing farms and stuff like that are not doing them anymore. And this is one thing that's kind of sad in a way, because I used to go along and do about 50 farms a day. Now it's none, almost. Like, I mean, it's a lot different now compared to what it was. So just to let you know, like, I mean, there's a few things that's changed in the game when it comes to how many farms and stuff that you got access to. So, like I said, it's not harder. It's just a little bit longer to do. Now, like I said, when you're doing farming and stuff like that, you want to be able to utilize that for your mastery, and it's only good for your mastery itself. So, Like, I mean, when it comes to like getting like the rare mounts and stuff like that, and rare and rare and rare allies, you'll be able to get like steed feed. You'll be able to get stuff like that. It's basically use that for farming. So with this information itself, you'll be able to push up your mastery a little bit further when you actually get further into the game. Do not worry about this until much later, because it's going to cost you a good bit of flux to do so. So, like, I mean, it's just not, it's a mid-game kind of thing when it comes to that. Like, I mean, this event, try to grab the events when you can, and see how much you can get of the events done. Once you do that, you'll be able to utilize everything in the game itself, and be able to get the ball rolling for your own self. So you want to be able to do that. So this is another tutorial video on the event and about the chaos chests, so you can benefit more from them instead of just wasting them when you get them. Also, another little trick you can actually do too that I found it quite interesting itself, that you want to be able to go along and get like about 40 to 50 boxes of every gem. That means water, fire, whatever the case may be. And there's a reason for that. Because when you actually open up a bunch of boxes, there is a glitch in the game that will actually give you a better chance of getting multiple, let's see, stellar gems or any type of gem that you're looking for. Like if you use looking for radiant or whatever the case may be. So you get a better chance of getting double. Basically, it's called box spamming. And what happens is, it basically takes the calculations of the game itself and basically use it in your favor. So it's like playing a lottery, but with the box spamming. So you'll be able to use this box spamming to basically build the characters a lot faster. And a lot of people don't realize that either, because once they get the box, they're like, ooh, I wonder what's in there. Ooh, I wonder what's in there. And they'll keep on doing that every time they get a box. So, yep, I'm always alive. I'm like I said, it's just one of those things. Whatever you see right now, I don't do pre-recordings. This is basically a light stream for me, and I love, like I said, I love doing streaming. It's just one of those things, and I love giving information itself. So if you hear something or not see something, but if you hear something, whatever the case may be, or someone says something, it's live. It's 100% non-edited videos. So I know how to edit. I just don't bother to edit anymore because it's like, no. So to answer your question, yes, it's 100% live. Right. Like, I mean, I've done editing for years. I know how to do MC edit. MC edit, yeah. I'm talking about Minecraft. I know how to do basically video editing and stuff like that. Well, that will be great. But if you find this information, if you do play Trove or any of the games I've got listed here, like, I mean, I keep on trying to add to my repertoire of games, and I'm trying to do all the genres of games if I can do it, because it is expensive to do it, but it's a lot of fun at the same time. And like, I mean, it's just not like a lot of YouTubers don't do that. They'll basically stick to one game or one game only. I'm trying to basically fill up a lot of genres and try to see what the newer version of that game is. Like Need for Speed Heat was one of the last Need for Speeds that's out there so far. But now if I could find a newer version of that later on, I will be actually streaming that as well. But of course, it takes time and takes a little bit of effort to do that. And that's pretty much it, you know? So that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm trying to get all the newer games out there and basically stream those as well. So you know exactly what to expect when you go to buy the game or before you even buy the game. Even with some of the older games out there that people don't realize what they're getting into, they'll see exactly what the game looks like and say, oh, I'm very interested in that, and I'll be able to pick it up or whatever the case may be. So you know exactly what you're buying. And like, I mean, most cases, I do games justice to that point to where I can actually look at and take the information from the game itself to make it work. And make it work right for you guys. Because if you are interested in these games and you want to find out exactly what the game is like and you'd be like, oh, this is how you play it, this is how you do it, then you're like, oh, okay, I can actually be able to get into the game a lot easier and get the information that will actually work right for you. Every single event of Trove doesn't change much. That's why I don't have a lot of Trove videos and stuff like that. Same with Minecraft. Minecraft changes every few months, so I'll try to keep up with Minecraft and Minecraft updates. Now, that's why I've got more Minecraft videos and stuff like that. Now, the thing is, if I'm trying to keep up with all these games and stuff like that, it basically makes my stuff a little bit more. Well, it's all good, my friend, and thanks for dropping in, and hopefully be able to see you back here again sometime. And hopefully you find some of my videos and stuff very helpful, and hopefully you find the information that actually will be able to help you choose your next game, and basically choose your next little bit of fun that you actually do. Like I said, this is what I do. I go along and make videos, so you know exactly what's out there currently. So, like I said, that's why I've got a mix and match of all different types of games. Now, just the one game out there, I try to play a little bit of all my collection, but certain games I don't have much of yet. I'm thinking about going back to Diablo 3 eventually and try to play that a little bit and get more streaming on that. Because, like I said, I'll be able to explain builds and stuff like that, but that's a little bit later on. Like, it's a classic game. A lot of people don't play it like they used to, and some people just basically use hacks or cheats into it, so it kind of makes it pointless, but, like, I mean, it's what it is, you know? I try to do what I do, and I try to do the best I can do with what I'm doing. So, like I said, but I do enjoy to do what I'm doing. Like I said, I've been at it for a while. I wasn't at it for that long itself, and I enjoy everybody. Like I said, everybody's company, and I enjoy everybody overall. And like I said, it's just one of those things. People, if you show up, you show up. You don't, you don't. But the more people that do show up, and like I said, hopefully they enjoy the content. Because like I said, it's just one of those things. Like I said, I'll talk about other games inside of games because they're all related to my channel. And that's just pretty much it. I could be talking about, like I said, Need for Speed. I could be talking about, like, Trove. I could be talking about Minecraft. I could be talking about Genshin Impact. I could be talking about different types of games out there. Just because I do play those games, you know? And, like, I mean, it's just one of those things. And if you're got the information from those games and be able to actually play them a little bit better or understand the quest lines and stuff like that, it basically makes it a lot easier for you to play and get into. So basically, instead of trying to scratch your head and say, what in the heck do you do here? I could go along and say, that's exactly what you could do here, and you basically get a start to where you can actually do something. It does exactly what my channels are about. I do have a Twitch channel. I do have this channel itself. Like I said, it's a lot of fun to me, and it's like I said, it's more of a hobby for me. But like I said, I do have a real-time job. So like I said, within this week, I won't be streaming that much, sadly, because of the breaks and stuff like that. I've got it coming up from my work, and I'll basically give me a break from streaming and stuff like that so I can make some money, so I can actually get better gear and stuff like that, and I'll be able to keep that going. So, yeah. Like, I mean, I'm always constantly upgrading my gear, upgrading my game repertoire, and basically be able to keep going with that. So, yeah, it's just it's a very expensive hobby, but it's fun. And I don't find it as a job because I can't use it as a job. I can't use YouTube as a job. Like I said, I can't sit in front of a screen all day. It's just one of those things because I've got like a real-time job that I go out and do work and whatnot. So, yeah. I love doing both, but it basically my real-time job basically tears me away from you guys. But once I get back, as you notice, like I might have a like 4 or 5 day break, and all of a sudden you'll see me come back at full form or full force again. I'll basically be another break, and that's the way my job is. My job is basically a very fun as well, and it's very yeah. Hey, Texta, man, what's up, man? Long time no see. How are you doing? Good to see your channel is still basically live and kicking, man. It's been a while. like, I mean, even talking to you, it's been a while. Yeah, I don't usually do YouTube that much because I'm usually on Twitch. Like, I mean, I don't know if I should use YouTube or Twitch more. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to be doing with that yet. But it's a controversy between the both because the two of them are done absolutely different between each other. I know you need more streaming with one. I know you need not really followers with the other. It's just kind of a mixed bag of different things that you have to do. I find that one is a little bit harder to get up than the other, but both of them has its challenges, and that's exactly the way I look at it, you know. So, like I said, like I mean, I've been watching you for a while there, Text. Like I said, you're doing great. You're looking good and all that. Like I said, went your channel. Like I said, I do try to support and send some support your way as well. So yeah, like it's just one of those things. Like I mean, I love doing that. Like I mean, I love helping YouTubers out and stuff like that. It just gives me something to do at the end of the day. Right now, as you noticed, I'm basically just doing this event right now. This event, basically, I'll basically get all the stuff that's needed. I'll get about, yeah, that's not a problem, man. Like, I mean, like that's why I said people follow me. I can help them as well. Like, I mean, to that point. Now, with my Twitch channel, I can actually raid people. So I can help them with YouTube or Twitch. Is more raid for Twitch. But, I mean, I try to help them as well by doing so they can get their followers and views and stuff like that up. So, like, I mean, it's all a help with that. Like, I mean, a small community helping each other is what basically YouTube and stuff should be. And it should be done that way. But some people find not doing that. But I don't know. I find it's a bit different. Like I mean, like for me to go to work and stuff like that, and having a real job itself or a job, and then come on here and just basically max and relax with you guys. And like I said, I just love doing both, and it's just it's just different. It's just a different lifestyle. But, like, I mean, I can't rely on YouTube because it's not paying me money to actually just do streaming. And there's no other way for me to make revenues. So it's just like, yeah, I've got to make money somehow. Even if it's only a bit of money here and there. I know, like I said, donations and stuff, it's great to have. I know it's all the support. It's great to have. But it's what it is, you know? It's, like, I mean, I'm tiered between the two. As I said in my video earlier today. I basically tried to squeeze in as much time so I could keep you guys happy, informed of what's going on, and all the events and stuff in different games. Like I said, right now I'm trying to actually figure out exactly when is the next event for, not Trove, I forget what other game. Actually, I do DC Universe once in a while too. But I don't play it that much because it's just like, nah. It's like it's a meh game because of what you do in it. But when it comes to it, like I said, I like Need for Speed. I like these type of games. I like basically the games where you can actually sit down, relax, talk to people and stuff like that, and you'll be able to communicate and stuff like that without getting frustrated and stuff like that, or basically losing your cool. So it's all good. And when I'm actually doing a video itself like that, I don't have edit anything like that. It's all live, and it will be live. Like, I mean, that's just it. Like, I mean, I don't do pre-recordings to say, hey, man, I'm going to put a pre-recording at 3 a.m., and I'm going to be snoozing true as I get the upload. I do uploads from Twitch, though, from time to time, because when I'm doing live recordings there, and I want to be able to get extra videos on here, I can actually do that. I can share off because Twitch only puts videos up for about a week, and then basically they'll take them off on you. Unless you're an affiliate, you get 2 weeks out of it, but it takes a lot of nail biting to get that affiliate. That's the thing, and that's exactly what I've been working on the last little bit. but it's a lot more tedious than what it needs to be. So right now I'm actually doing the event on Trove, of course, and I'm actually getting like the bucks or the money, and the money itself, it's transferred from these guys. Right now I've got about almost 200 of them, and it's basically I'm trying to get up to about 1K, but I'm not going to do 1K right now. But I've got 127. I need about $150 to actually get my next piece of stuff in this event. I'm trying to get the memento. The memento takes $150 or 150 things into it, and it takes a while to grind. Like I mean, I know, like I said, I still got my do the rest of my delves. Like I mean, I split my delves up in Mondays. Usually take two portals, split them up, so I can do these events and stuff like that, and basically share the information with you guys. So I'm actually doing the events and trying to actually get as much as possible done. So I'm not basically just doing this type of grinding. I'm doing a bunch of grinding because this is exactly what Trove is. It's just a grinder. Like, I mean, if you played Diablo 3 or any other type of game, you'll see exactly what I mean by grinding. And like I said, there's a lot of grinders out there that you spend hours and hours and hours into. Now, like I said, there are certain ones that will actually give you more benefits when you grind, and there's certain ones that'll basically give you no benefit eventually. It'll just go dead stop. But Trove is a little bit different than that. It'll keep on giving you benefits, even if you've got nothing else to grind for. You still want to grind for those materials and stuff, for updates and stuff that's coming out in the future, because you never know exactly what's going to come out in the future or what is going to be needed. So if you're selling all your materials and stuff and you got to basically do it to double the work, like, I mean, people will be asking me, like even today, do I have any shapestone? I said, no. I've got plenty of shapestone, but I don't know what's the next event's going to be. So I'm not trying to sell all of my stuff because I'm not doing the double grind in this game. I'm really not, because it's no point of doing the double grind. You do the grind once, and you should be able to be good for a few years if you get enough materials. Like, I mean, you can use Patreon. You don't need Patreon to a point. Patreon's a good bonus in the game itself. That's spending real money. But I've never used Patreon in years in this game because I didn't need it. After first 6 months, I bought 6 months of Patreon and I haven't bought it since. Not to say I can't afford Patreon because Patreon is not that expensive, but it's no point to it. Like, I mean, after you get the ball rolling, and you start basically trading with Luxter, which is basically the dragon that comes this weekend. You'll be able to trade up for more flux and stuff in the game. So you'll be able to just have enough currency to do so. And that's pretty much how it works. Even if you only get the one mount or two mounts from there, and even if you use the master yourself, you'll still benefit from that, which is great. So that's a little bit more information on Trove itself and the way Trove works itself. So you'll be able to gain all the benefits in the game for cheaper or absolutely for free, depends on how much grinding you're actually doing. So the more grinding you do, the better benefit you get. The more resources you get, and the better you will be able to do yourself. So you want to look at exactly what you need to do for every event. If you do have a PC, by the way, you can actually go back and look at what the new character is out there, because it's basically finally released, and be able to get that information. Now I could go along and get the information for you if need be, because I've already got my account and everything set up that way. But the thing is, if you're more interested, instead of waiting for it to drop, you can actually go right to do that, and you find all the materials beforehand, what's required to actually get that. I've done the same thing with Warframe for 3.5 years. I've got almost pretty much basically I could get myself my level to about 26. I'm only level 16 on there, but I've got enough points to get to 26. to get but there's no point of getting get that high because there's no item that's required to get that high or whatever the case may be. So I don't bother. I only look at exactly what I need to do and what I need to do for each level. So yeah, like I said, it depends on what you need to do in the game and what you're going to need to do to progress. It's pretty much what you need to look at. I've got 254 right now. So that means I got an extra $5 I could get. So I'm going to go back and show you what do you need to do with these pieces I just picked up from mining. And yes, this isn't a mining event. This is the very first mining event in a while since they had the last one, which was about 3 years ago. And every couple of years, they'll come up with a mining event. I do not know why to do that, but it's what it is. But I'll show you exactly where you need to go so you'll understand how this event works. So now I'm going to go over to this table over here, and it looks like a little tiny monitor. So I'm going to say piezo printer, and I'm going to go along and print off 5 of these. Now, that means I've got basically 132. That means I need 18 more to actually get the memento. So that's great in that direction. Usually I got a lot more flux and stuff, a lot more of other stuff too. But right now I'm just basically maxing, relaxing, and doing what I'm doing, And I'm not really into the flux thing that much. Only on, like I said, when Luxor comes out, I try to get as much as possible in that. So like I said, this is the event itself. This is the new event that just popped up. Hopefully be able to use this information, guys, to basically just to do event. You got a couple of more days. You got until the 25th to be able to get all this information out and be able to actually play this event and just have fun with it. Anyway, this is basically the Gamer Smith signing out for now. Hopefully you guys have fun, and hopefully be able to catch you on the next one. Have a good one and stay safe.